We've flown halfway around the world to get a tattoo from the world's oldest tattoo artist using the traditional method of batok. As you can probably tell, it really hurts. But let me rewind and tell you exactly how we got here, because it was not easy. We've already flown halfway around the world from London to the Philippines to get this tattoo, and now ahead of us we've still got a 15-hour journey into the mountains in the Philippines. We've dropped our bags off at the airport and got a taxi to the other side of Manila, and now we're about to jump on an 11-hour night bus.
I must really love you to travel for literally 4 days just so you can get a tattoo. Now let's get on this night bus.
Did you not see that?
What happened?
I fell over.
Oh, why?
I probably fell over.
Oh, why?
I slipped up the stairs.
We're in a pretty remote part of the Philippines, but our journey's not over yet. The next thing we need to get is a jeepney. I don't know what that is.
A jeepney is essentially just a local bus, and Izzy thought it was that one.
It's not that. That's a police van. Let's not get in the back of that.
Yeah, probably not. So, turns out the bus doesn't leave until 9, which means we've got about an hour and a half to kill to firstly get some breakfast and also fuel Izzy up on coffee. Bus number 2.
I don't know what it is about mountain scenery that makes me feel really calm and peaceful, but I suspect I'm not going to be calm for long because the next leg of our journey is on the back of a motorbike.
Oh dear.
Right, I'm going to hold on really tight to you, okay?
Okay.
Oh.
So when we did some research about getting to this village to get the tattoo, I knew that we would have to get on the back of a motorbike. What I was not expecting was for us both to be on the back of the same motorbike.
With both our bags.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey.
You're our guide.
Hello.
Cool.
My
Hi.
name is Rebecca. You?
Rebecca, Isabel.
Isabel. Isabel.
Isabel. Dale.
Oh, okay. Isabel.
So, after only the second motorbike journey of my entire life, after Colombia, we finally made it to what's called the turning point in Buscalan. What we've essentially done is hired a guide, which is mandatory to take us from the turning point up to the actual village. And this is our guide, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi. She's smaller than me. When we travel, we typically do this turn up and hope thing, and I'm going to be honest, this time it's really stressed me out. Dale has wanted this tattoo for so long, and we literally flew halfway across the world to get it. So turn up and hope and fail was really not an option this time. But now we're here and we're definitely getting tattooed. I'm terrified. I don't actually even remember agreeing to being tattooed in the first place, but somehow I'm not just getting the signature 3 dots, I'm also getting a piece.
Now that Izzy and I are settled into our homestay, I feel like it's probably time that I explain to you exactly what the driving force behind this video is. So, back in 2007, when I was about 13 years old, I came across a documentary called Tattoo Hunter. One episode of the documentary featured a woman called Whang Od, who at the age of 105 is the oldest tattoo artist in the world. I've made a friend.
Hi.
Hi. So after seeing this documentary, I was just absolutely overcome with the desire to not only begin getting tattoos myself, but also to come to the Philippines and get a tattoo from Whang Od herself. Izzy and I had already spoken a few times about coming to this part of the world on this trip to start off with, and I came to her with the idea of coming to the Philippines first to get this tattoo, and instantly she was on board, and the fact that this is about to happen for both of us is just really cool.
So we get to choose our own needles. They do reuse them, but if you buy your own, then they're completely fresh, which is something I'd much prefer. And they are really pretty, a nice little keepsake, and they're handmade by this guy here. But they do look like they're going to be very painful, as someone who has only ever been tattooed with a tattoo gun before.
Have you decided what design you want yet?
Not just yet. Still thinking. Obviously we're getting the signature tattoo from Apo herself, and then her two apprentices are her grandnieces, Grace and El Yang. We can get one of the larger designs from one of them. Because of Apo's age, she no longer does the designs herself. So, which one to get?
How are you feeling?
Nervous. Yeah. I really thought that we were going to get the tattoo from Whang Od first, which is going to be smaller, so I was kind of like building up to this one. But it turns out we're going into the deep end.
It's finally happening.
It's happening.
It's not toys, that's not good toys. Cooking.
I cook things.
Like half time from here to the book. I have something for you.
Doesn't hurt. Just doesn't hurt. It's fine.
This is so anticlimactic. The whole way here we were like, this is really gonna hurt, been really scared, really stressed, and now
It's fine. Absolutely fine.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel fine. My foot's not falling off. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much.
okay. It's a sharp scratch. It's getting sharper. Things that hurt worse than this. My appendix being taken out. My tonsils being taken out.
My cooking.
Day was when he made me steak. Oh my god.
See? It's like nothing.
I don't know what I was worried about.
So we've just had our tattoos with Grace, and now she's giving us lunch.
Rice with coconut. That's so good.
Yes, thank you. I cook that one.
That's really nice.
We waited for Whang Od and relaxed with Grace and her family, but Izzy did something unexpected.
Lars Sutak?
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 28.
28. Wow.
Okay.
Where's the ring? Ah, that'll do.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Will you marry
That is
me?
ceremonial.
Yes. It's official.
And smack kiss so that. Okay. Thank you.
Where's mine?
It's been really cool hanging out with Grace and her family and getting a tattoo, but now it's time to see the person that we came all the way to the Philippines to see. It's quite crazy that I've spent so many years watching videos and reading articles about that lady stood right there, and now she's right next to me.
And she's ignoring us.
And she's completely ignoring me, she's hanging out and washing. Honestly, now that we've had the first tattoo done, the nerves of doing it have completely gone, and I'm actually quite grateful that we had the other tattoo done first, because now I feel like I'm able to actually just appreciate the moment and actually enjoy it rather than having that worry of the pain and what it's going to feel like. I get to just basically hang out with somebody who I've wanted to meet for years, and that's quite cool.
How are you feeling now?
Like I said, I'm just so much in the moment that I'm able to just enjoy it. I'm not even worried about the pain or getting it done.
You said this hurts a lot more. It doesn't. It feels exactly the same.
After a lot of effort to get here, it's happened! It's done!
Me too.
Why are you so flexible?
I used to cheerlead.
Oh yeah. Wow, is all I can really say. It was such a fleeting moment, really, with Whang Od, but oh, it was so worth it.
Yeah. It's weird. It was just before Christmas, so 3 weeks ago, we were trying to decide where to head out to after Christmas. And Dale told me about this tattoo artist and how old she was and how he wanted to go there. And I said, okay, fine. We'll go to the Philippines so you can get your tattoo that you've wanted for the past, how many years?
15 odd years.
Yeah, wow.
It's exactly what I said to you guys earlier, that as soon as I approached Izzy with the idea that I wanted to come to the Philippines to get this tattoo on this trip, there was no hesitation whatsoever, and I'm really grateful for that.
Technically we have matching tattoos, but it's us and like thousands
of others.
Yeah, like everyone who lives in the Philippines has these dots.
But it does mean that bucket list item number 1 done. What's next?
Something else challenging. That's the thing about this trip, is that we want to challenge ourselves. I'm a big believer in the things which are the hardest are the things which are worth earning. So on to the next challenge.
It has been a really long day getting these tattoos, but as one last little treat before it gets dark, our host Rebecca is going to show us the rice fields. This morning we're leaving Buscalan, but before we do, we thought we'd give you a really quick tour of our homestay. So the room that we slept in last night is honestly super basic. It's just kind of a mattress on the floor, but we had some blankets and some pillows. I'll be honest, I actually slept a lot better than I thought I would, and I think Izzy did the same. Just outside our room we have a veranda which we sat on yesterday, kind of just hanging out, and it also overlooks Whang Od's house. She lives just there. The toilet situation is also kind of what you would expect. Bucket of water, toilet, job done. Thought I'd find you making coffee.
So for breakfast we've got rice, which is a staple food around here, obviously because of the rice fields. We've got some freshly cooked veg, I think it's cabbage, and apples which we brought ourselves. The cabbage got some kind of seasoning on it. I think it might be cooked in pig fat. It does taste a bit meaty. And the rice, it just tastes like rice. Rice tastes the same everywhere.
Thank you, Gordon Ramsay.
Cool, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. So for the rest of the day we're going to head back to Manila, and then we have a flight to another island in the Philippines, Cebu. I'm really excited for this because we've got some cool stuff planned there, but I won't spoil it for you just yet. The thing is, our bus gets back to Manila at like 2 AM tomorrow, and then we don't have the flight until 10 PM. So we've got a really long time that we've got to figure out what to do with. But we are going to be really tired. It seemed like a good idea at the time. For now though, I'm just going to have a nap while we wait for our bus. There are worse places to nap. As I mentioned, our flight isn't until later tonight, but we're trying to check our bags in 7 hours early so we can head over to a lounge that we have access to and hopefully use the showers. We've not showered in over 3 days and we probably smell really bad.
Speak for yourself. She makes a fair point, we're pungent.
There's a queue, so it's a good thing we got here 7 hours early. We were queuing for international flights. There's no queue for domestic. Lounge. Yeah, this one. We're going to the lounge and I'm gonna have a shower. And I smell really bad.
Thank you.
Is one of those for me, or are you really hungry?
I'm always really hungry.
No showers because they're only in the international version of this lounge, but there was coffee and I have drunk a lot of it.